In that period of 2008 to 2015, 75% of the charities that lost their status because of these audits were Muslim charities.
Muslim charities are being unduly targeted as a risk for terrorist financing in Canada, according to a new report from the International Civil Liberties Monitoring Group.
The reasons for that is because of Canada's approach to the war on terror and its view as that being kind of the main threat to Canada, even though that we know over the past 2 decades there's been other major threats to the safety of Canadians.
The group says the CRA's counter-terror activity ramped up after 9/11, when the Review and Analysis Division, or RAD, was created, but adds little public documentation exists about their work. McSorley says between 2008 and 2015, RAD carried out 16 audits, revoked the charitable status of 8, with 6 of them being Muslim charities.
But they've never revealed how many audits or revocations they were involved in before 2008 or post-2015.
It's a complicated area.
Anwar Iman directs the Institute of Islamic Studies for the University of Toronto, which earlier this year released a report on the issue. He says one issue is Canada belongs to an international body called the Financial Action Task Force. The organization was originally formed to combat the drug trade, but after 2001 was tasked with terrorist financing. It also assesses state compliance with its recommendations and evaluates the security of our economy based on a number of metrics.
So to the extent Canada is interested in bolstering international investment, foreign investment in our economy, trying to be compliant with these international standards is important. The problem, though, is that we don't do a great job of balancing compliance with those international standards and the civil liberties of domestic entities and citizens.
In a written reply to CityNews, the CRA telling us they do not select registered charities for audit based on any particular faith or denomination. The CRA's actions can only be made public when they result in a charity being revoked, annulled, suspended, or penalized.
There are a couple of examples of charities that went through this. The Ottawa Islamic Center was one, and it looks like they were held to some standards that Christian charities weren't. The Islamic Shia Assembly of Canada, it looked like there was some confusion over their name. But then there's also Irfan Canada, and there it looks as though the CRA found that the charity provided $14.6 million in what appears to be indirect support to Hamas. So my question to you is, what do we do to effectively deal with those who are trying to fund terrorism, but while also treating the rest of those legitimate charitable organizations appropriately?
I think there's 2 approaches that we can take. The big issues are around the biases, and then there's the issue of secrecy.
The report makes a number of recommendations, including a halt to the audits and examining the CRA's RAD processes for selecting charities for audit.
Reevaluate and urgently rewrite their policy.
In Oakville, David Zura, City News.